One child grows up to be somebody who just loves to learn. Another child grows up to be somebody who just loves to burn. I love all of them. You see, it's in the blood. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Whoa, family affair. Newlyweds, they come. They're still checking each other out. Yeah. Good morning, YouTube. Or good afternoon. How y'all doing? Lord, I don't even know what I'm looking at over here. Hey, Peter Pablo, I saw you here early. How y'all get here early before I do? And there's 75 and Dovey. Hi, Dovey. I am Mrs. Ricks, moderator, Egyptian goddess 1111. How you doing? How's everybody? We got Darius is here. How you here? You in Orlando too? Lord, your name's in the title. I see a whole lot of y'all there. Okay. Well, first of all, we want to criticize the whole crew, Darius, because I have no idea what the hell is going on in Orlando. Now, I knew that Bishop Bernard Jordan had made mention that he wanted all of you guys to meet, all the ones where he was appearing on the shows and so forth after the debacle with Larry Reed and their breakup and split from certain other people. He had chosen his disciples, correct? So I don't know what's going on, but they are all in Orlando. King Jives, St. James, William McCRAY, Darius, and several others are all having dinner in Orlando, Florida. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Now, I wish y'all would come on. Y'all can take a minute and come and tell us what's happening. Is there a major event that we should be aware of? We are reporters, right? We have to know what's going on. Let's go. Hi, Jesse, Ambrosia, Tennessee, TLC, and 3. Hi, Cruiser. Did you know about this, Cruiser? Yes, they in Orlando got us waiting, honey. Ain't telling nobody nothing. All they did was show us a dinner where they're all in the dinner. Looks like, it's just a huge dinner table with the bishop. But I think they just got to town. It's a meeting. Okay, it's a meeting. Y'all meeting with Bernard Jordan? Well, thank you for at least that much. It's a meeting in the ladies' room. Gotta be there real soon. So apparently, Bishop Jordan don't play around. When he says he wants to do something, he wants to do it. Now, we don't know if y'all was all flued out. We know some of you are relatively local there in Florida. We don't know anything, but maybe these guys want to. I saw there was some conversation at the dinner table about King Jives. That's all I could really hear there. Some criticism about something he was talking about this guy, this musician, who claimed that he was Church of God in Christ and he's actually somewhere else. So some controversy about that. I'm not really a churchy person. I don't know how I fit with churchy people because I am a Christian. I do love my church, but I'm not a real. I wouldn't say I was a church queen at all. So I don't have the inside scoop. I know certain people were not invited to the party, right? So they'll be criticizing, but I don't want to get the story from them. It's a meeting. It's a meeting to discuss going forward and perhaps changing some things about how you do your commentary. He wants to show you how to come up on YouTube, right? It sounds like Brother Jordan is carving himself out of space where he can communicate, right? I thought that before. I said, well, since he doesn't have Larry Reed's channel to come to in order to present his messages, he's going to need to have a spot there if he doesn't want to spend the time to actually build a channel himself. He may eventually do that, but he had chosen his disciples. He chose King Jives. Well, I won't say who the hell he chose because I didn't see every show, but I know Jives, uh, uh, Jives, St. James, William McCRAY. I know those three were chosen for places where he would show up and he would educate them. Correct, yes, sir. And I do men's room. Stay out the men's room, Darius. You're there for a purpose. But you from the heart love, but do I from the heart love Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ saved my life. My belief in Jesus Christ could not be more real. I know him for myself. For whatever reason, he revealed himself to me in prison. I was in Vacaville State Prison. I begged for relief from my drug addiction and my life of crime. That was my 10th time in prison. 10 times by the time I was 34, I was in prison for doing and selling drugs. So a miracle was performed on me. So yes, I owe him my devotion forever. Now, religion, that's a whole different other subject. The church, that's a whole different subject. I don't equate church with God. God is God, right? He is supernatural. All this other stuff that people add on in their little groups, I'm not always with it. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope y'all have a good meeting. So my answer is yes, Laverne. Well, I don't know how you can deny God. I mean, how can you deny design, honey? Every time I see an animal, today I saw one of them. You ever seen them hummingbirds? Well, it must be a season because I've seen several of them, but they're half insect and half bird, a hummingbird. And I say, well, look at all these creatures. And there are a million creatures on the earth, honey. So yes, I believe in God for that reason, for creation. And I believe in Jesus Christ because I gave my faith to him and he came through for me. Mm-hmm. Justin is the name. I saw that too. Let me see. I'm gonna follow what y'all saying. We don't have much to go on though, because they're not saying anything yet. Maybe when they come back. Plus, they're all trying to be. They got to be careful because they don't want to insult the one who is instigating this movement, right? So I don't know if he's it's like a teaching class or something, or just a meet and greet. I don't know if they were all flued out, but I just know they're all there, right? I think it could be a good thing. We have William McCRAY sitting at the table with King Jives and Darius. I mean, these guys have been in battle forever, honey. And they're just sitting there and having conversation and things. This is the same thing happened in Atlanta. People thought I was going to go to Atlanta and just fuck Jay Wilson up, just stab him in the eye with knives and forks and some kind of shit. I don't know what the hell they were expecting, but they actually had an attitude. Oh, why are you talking to him? Oh, what? There's nothing wrong with being civilized, honey. Correct? So they all seem to be being civilized, and they have a lot of history together. But I was amazed when I saw them all sitting at the same table. I thought that was unusual. So we'll get the stories later on. But I did want to make mention of it. It's kind of a big deal for all of them to be traveling to Orlando. Plus, we know William ain't got no money. How in the hell to get there? Oops. Oh, that just slipped out. William seemed a little miffed, but then he seemed to warm up and started talking to Jives, Darius. Oh, they talking to each other? Sean. Oh, so there was a Sean there as well. And St. James. Wasn't St. James just in Chicago with the bishop a couple of days ago? I think just 3 days ago he was there with Jesse Jackson and Bishop Bernard Jordan. So is St. James traveling now with Bishop Jordan? Do they have a working relationship? Right? It's odd that it seems like everybody who had a problem with Larry Reed is now been added. I don't know if everybody wanted to get at him or what, honey. Right? But it does seem like all the people who were critics are now his friends. Justin is the name. I saw that. Okay. Where is Justin is the name? Oh, you caught that too. Maybe I got to look at it. It was so low you couldn't really hear anything. I mean, they were just having conversation. So they had they had controversy about the situation with King Jives. They thought he had did a little too much by accusing this man, calling him a liar. And some of the people at the table felt like he should apologize. Right? He seemed open to the idea. What was the other thing you talked about? They talked a little bit about puppies and things. I'm in the wrong business. So King Jives is selling puppies for $4,500. Shit. I think some of them are $2,500. Well, they are almost like a family member, so maybe they're worth it. It depends on if you got the money. Yes, St. James was in Chicago for Ricky Dillard. I think. Oh man, what'd you say, Ms. Cruz? Yes, St. James was in Chicago for Ricky Dillard, I think, and yes, met with Jordan. Okay, so they just both happened to be there for Ricky Dillard, or were they traveling together? I don't know. They're not from the same city, though. We do know that. But St. James, he travels constantly. He's always somewhere else. He's like humans cruising. In my video, I compare what they are doing with the show. The ultimate meet and greet, baby. Bernard Jordan gonna show them how to be rich. That's what they're hoping for. Do whatever the hell you did for Larry Reed, now do it for me. Lord, do it for me right now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If he can teach him. I think Bernard Jordan was getting like $50,000 for his mentorship, so they can get it for free. They've got a good thing. When a man findeth not a wife, when a man findeth what was he? Not a moderator. He findeth a mentor. When a man findeth a mentor, he findeth a good thing. That's not an exact quote. I bet Ty East was losing his shit on his patriarch last night. Is that where it was? I did peek over there. I said, I wonder if he's going to try to talk about these people. You know he's jealous, child. He's upset. He's upset he didn't chose the wrong horse, right? St. James thought he was hooking his wagon to a millionaire. He thought Larry Reed was so super successful and all this because Larry Reed has all this flash and he's constantly showing stuff. He assumed that meant he was very rich. So when the breakup happened, and the people started spilling tea, he realized he had really chose the wrong horse because he would have went further with Bernard Jordan. And if he had an opportunity, he would trade Larry Reed for Bernard Jordan, but it's too late now. It's too late for him. Oh, what was he even thinking of? He's been such a fool. So you picked the wrong one. He might avoid the subject altogether like it didn't happen in Justin, but yes, that does bother him. It would particularly bother him if he finds out they was flued out. Or favor. Favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair, baby. I think I always remember that would be the sermon that I remember from TDJ because he did it with such confidence. He said, just look over there at him. It ain't. He said he's driving his Rolls Royce, right? And he look over at people. It ain't fair. Baby, life is not fair in that way. In this material world that we live in, sometimes you wonder, why do some people, God bless some people so much, and they got so much. But we're saying that things, look at, you want to be Donald Trump? He got all the things in the world, and it's never ever been enough. He just grabbing more and more and more. People got to bring him golden gifts, and he got the goddamn White House looking like a pawn shop. Just more, right? So it's not all about having a bunch of things. Hi, Pearl Shay. He definitely picked the wrong one. He would have loved that great dinner they had last night. He would have. And get some real mentorship. Why in the hell you hanging on to the mentee? You should have went for the mentor, but he didn't know that was available to him, right? He went over there and poached that boy from what's the other one's name? Conscious TV. I saw that thing. I watched it, honey. And I don't know why Larry fell for it. Obviously, he had to know what was going on there. Maybe he wanted to trade Conscious in or something, honey, because he fell for it hook, line, and sinker. He's over there every single night, right? Don't ask me if I had a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't let somebody else who's obviously trying to step on my relationship, honey, and just go and join in with the other team. But that's what happened. Maybe they just like each other. They certainly both have similar ideas about money, about begging. They have things in common. Put it like that. Okay. Pearl Shay, the food look good. Pearl Shay been cooking. Miss Pearl, you been cooking? He would have loved that dinner last night. I'm sure they're gonna have several. I'm surprised they seem to be getting along. McCRAY and them. They do have history. When we were in Atlanta, I don't know why people expected people to just be hating each other from YouTube and going over there and murdering each other. We do occasionally get a story like that on YouTube, and somebody kills somebody else, and the other one goes to prison for the rest of his life. No, honey. No, ain't not nary soul on here worth it. They had to know what they were up against when they went there, or they wouldn't have went. So we'll see how that pans out. Somebody told me that Bernard Jordan. Let me see. I'm gonna see right now. But hold on. Bernard Jordan had started his own channel. Let's see. Bishop Bernard. How you spell Bernard? Shit. Bernard Jordan. Bishop Bernard Jordan. There he is. Okay. We got him on the Smart Show. We got him on King Jive's show. Okay, so Bishop Bernard Jordan does have a channel now. Maybe we should go ahead and subscribe so we can see what's going on over there. All right, so it may be this is just a season where he's going to, because he's been online a lot with these guys. Oh man, most of the posts about him though are still with Larry Reed Live because they did so many videos together. Yeah, he's got a channel. It's got 7,000 viewers. So that's nothing for him. So it's obviously pretty new. And he's made how many? Oh, he's been on a while then. He got videos going back 9 years. A different kind of video though. Okay. All right. So yeah, maybe they'll be helping each other. I don't know if he's going to be coming on all three of their shows. And there are apparently other people there. I don't know that is it just those 4 or 5 people meeting with him, or is it like a little conference kind of thing where he's meeting with a lot of people? Just the way you think. No, okay. Nice shirt. Thank you. This was a gift. Hurley. That food that they had at the dinner last night was good. Bernard showed along the bill. Yeah, they had a lot of potatoes though, Pearl Shade. God damn. They showed all their plates, and they had a lot of potatoes on them plates. I don't know what the meat was. It was not a cheap restaurant. It was a nice restaurant. Unfortunately, the background was the kitchen because they had this big banquet type table. I should have stayed to the end to see who picked up the check. Justin, I know he'll catch up. Okay. What did Justin say? Let me see. Jordan wanted to bring peace. Jordan wants to bring peace with all the content creators. Well, the pastors, the religious people, they've had an issue with, and maybe starting with Larry Reed, where a lot of times the content creators are so critical of them. People are critical of the church. Anytime anybody says the word church, they immediately start talking about money, right? That's just something that occurs here online. And they do cover their infidelities, all of it, anything. I mean, all it takes really is you to have a few people online watching you. And if something happens in their church, that person reports it to them. So they have access to all of these people's business. So no, the pastors have had a problem with content creators for a long time. I think several of them sued Larry Reed about information, and they ran away. William McCRAY, he got carried away where he was actually asking people for favors and gifts and things, right? So maybe he's trying to correct all that. He said, listen, let's use this thing. And since everybody else is using the internet, right? Everybody else is moving towards IT and all that. Why don't we get in on it? Probably his son, Manasseh, is telling him, you need to have more of a presence online. It may be eventually the major ministries will be online, will be their primary thing, right? I know our church is online, do very well online. Got a whole different audience around the world, around the United States at least. Now the children, they do get kind of silly with it though, because we're entertainers. We're not actually, we're not journalists. So I don't know if he'll be successful or not. More than likely, people will fall out. We always fall out. Washington Park. Oh, hi, Lee. That makes sense. Okay. Lee from Washington Park. Did I remember Washington Park? Area, Indianapolis. I'm from Indianapolis. How is it going in San Francisco? Is crime getting better or worse? Crime is getting much better. We got a new mayor. I don't know what role he's playing really, but crime has gotten a lot better. During the COVID time and right after that, things have just gotten so far out of control. But our downtown area, it'll never be the same. It's pretty much empty. And now it's starting to come back up again, but it's not all retail. It's like colleges and other people moving down there. We'll see, but things are definitely better, right? People are not just running into stores and grabbing shit and running out and all that kind of stuff. Because I think they changed the laws where you can actually be prosecuted for felonies, particularly if you touch somebody, because a couple people got killed here from all that stealing and things. Yeah, say hello to Indianapolis. I used to live at 36 and Butler, close to 36 in Emerson. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me, Lee. Leaving Indianapolis. I left at 19 years old and barely been back since. It's hard to go back if you've been gone. I've been gone 45 years. Yeah, I saw William taking a large doggy bag back to his room. Oh, William McCRAY said, I ain't passing up this blessing, honey. Shit. Eating good. Mhm. I ain't got no problem with doggy bags. I always take mine with me. I take it back because of this damn Ozempic. It make it, you don't have much of appetite. You can't eat them great big old things of food they give you. So I ain't got no choice. I give them 2 days and they're back doing their dirt on each other. They're gonna use some of the stuff that the information they're gathering now. storing up some content, honey. Right. After Bernard Jordan, after he makes his real choices and they start seeing who he's really favoring and they're not gaining anything, they'll go back to being the regular themselves. Right. Which is heavily criticized. But if you guys stop messing up in the church, they wouldn't have nothing to criticize. Right. You're going to put yourself in a position where you're actually telling people how to live their lives, honey, then you have to live an exemplary life yourself. You're going to always be a target. Always, always, always. You're going to get your ass up there. Okay, you want to pretend to be you're God's servant and all that. You're telling people, they can't have an abortion. All this stuff that people tell you from the podium, and then you want to go ahead and live your life any way you want to. That ain't going to fly, honey. I think it's probably going to, in order for them to get the content creators off their back, really, it's probably going to have to take a big lawsuit, something like that. They will break people up of that, and they will be concerned about what they say. Right now, it's like all out. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I see comments. Okay. What else is going on? We got Trump. Is Trump going to sign this thing? I don't think he's going to reveal anything. You think Trump is going to reveal anything that proves that he is actually touched them girls himself? I mean, people are so scared to say the words, what they're implying. I mean, why the investigation at all then? Epstein is dead. We don't give a fuck about Epstein. He's in the grave, honey. Right? It's all about Donald Trump. You really think he's going to sign anything that's going to implicate him? We're going to get a bunch of sheets with black marks all the way through it on every goddamn thing. He's employed the whole goddamn FBI to go and find wherever his name appears. You're bragging about being Epstein's best friend for 10 years, and he's the most prolific child molester we've had in history, right? And he's doing this in your establishment, and he's actually recruiting girls from Mar-a-Lago, right? Obviously, he sends all the girls away when you come around? No, so there's going to be trickeration. Even though it's past the Congress and the Senate, there's still going to be trickeration about what they release. Don't get excited, honey. That dude is not going to put his own ass in jail. Now, he may try to find a way that he can go out here and implicate the Democrats. He did launch investigations. He just does all this stuff so blatantly. It just amazes me that you would have somebody like that to be the president. Calling women all under the neck, calling people Miss Piggy. You shut up, Piggy. That's the way he talked about women when he first started running. And Rosie O'Donnell would call his ass out. And who's that other woman, Megyn Kelly? You've called women pigs. You said that they were ugly and all this. That's him. That's who he is. And he's starting to crack. He don't want nobody. He got the press people. Why does Donald Trump, if he wants to communicate something, why don't he just sit his ass down and communicate it? Why we always got to catch him on the tarmac while he's walking? We got to holler out questions as they're walking by and all that. You're on the government payroll, right? You have a responsibility. It's always him on the plane, leaning over the plane. What? I didn't hear you. What'd you say? Oh, I don't like your question. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you shouldn't even be. They should fire you. And he means that. He really has no problem with getting people to lose their careers, lose their jobs. After all, he did make a whole damn show about you're fired. And that's all he did. That was his role in the show. The most successful thing he ever did, child, was firing people. He loved it. And that's what he did when he got to the White House. Just everybody's fired. Everybody's humiliated. Everybody's scared to talk. Everybody's scared to say anything, child. And it looks like the tables are starting to turn when these damn Republicans are starting to see what kind of monster they're supporting. They could, if they were to join forces, honey, against his bullshit, child, they wouldn't have to be living like little kittens, right? Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master. Y'all listen to Kitten Hills. She said, cash app Timothy Blaine. Good luck, Kitten Hills. Good luck, baby. Oh, they got to buy some blouses for their little girls. They got to buy them boys, them games. If y'all start shopping yet, baby, it's oh, Lord. What's it going to be like for Christmas? I don't know, but I imagine those damn tariffs that he is going to make those prices shoot through the roof. At 25, I'm not 25,000 yet. Kitten Heels. I thought I had 25, 24. My numbers don't change that much, honey. Maybe this way for everybody. I don't know. Did you see Trump defending MBS? Who is MBS? Is that Arabian guy? Guy from Saudi Arabia, the murderer? About the murder dismember? Oh, he covered him. He cussed the damn reporter out for even having the nerve to ask the question. Why don't you ask the question then, Trump? You're supposed to be the president. You're so busy trying to get presents and impress them with all your ballrooms and shit, everything. Why you got all that shit on the walls, boy? It does not look good. I don't understand that about Donald Trump. This boy was born into a family of multimillionaires, right? He's always been rich. Why don't he have any goddamn class? Right? He decorates shit like he's Elvis or somebody nouveau riche. You don't need all that, Donald Trump. Damn, you're so insecure. And then they got to keep bringing him more gifts. It's got to be solid gold. That's what he's impressed. Oh, that's not no paint. That's solid gold. That's solid gold. And then how dare you come and knock down. I wish they'd do something about the name of that house. It's really starting to bother me. The White House. The White House built during slavery. They should change the name. Change the name to the People's House, because that's what it's supposed to be. He just gonna knock it down, child. I saw that monstrosity, the plans. The monstrosity is twice the size of the goddamn White House. How are they letting them do all this stuff? It's so scary, honey. I mean, being a senator is not everything. So what if you do get primary? So what? You were a senator. You saved this country. Do something for us. Would you have gone to the meetup if you were invited, Timothy Blaine? I don't think I would have anything to say. Right? I'm just not that into the church, honey. I don't know all the people's church. They know everything about everybody's business. I wouldn't be a fit there. Nope, Nicola. What do you think about the mother in Chicago being beat up by those elementary school kids? Oh, I didn't hear about that one. Being beat up by kids? I got to check out the news, I guess. Everything those kids just don't know. Well, we had one killed the damn coach here recently in Oakland. Some beloved was a high school coach They murdered him. These people throw away their lives. Throw away their lives. They take someone else's life, and then their life is essentially over because they'll never get out. Never. Let me see. Ammunition they gave to the white supremacists and Republicans. The white supremacists and Republicans. Well, see, he came out. There was no shame to it at all. He was just a straight out bigot. He's played on those people, right? Donald Trump, he didn't even hide it, but his prejudice, his bigotry. They are so afraid that there's going to be more minorities in America than white people. Why do you think you have to have such dominance over everything? I mean, goddamn, if you're running every industry, you got every goddamn thing. You're living in mansions and flying in jets and all this kind of shit. Why are you so afraid? That's what the essential message, unspoken message of Donald Trump, honey. We got to get rid of all the minorities, right? And he really thought in his little pea brain, I mean, he's a terrible business person. He thought he's going to take all the Latin people out of America, and then those are going to be the black jobs. So we're going to go back to being their goddamn maids and shit, right? He's going to work the shit out of us in factories and things. And he thinks that's an accomplishment because he feels like that's the place of black people. The Mexicans are in the black people places, right? Everything below the white. That's why I don't think you should call it the White House anymore. It's a diverse country. What's wrong with being a diverse country? San Francisco is very diverse, honey. You sit on the bus and you might see 10 different countries on the bus. I think it's beautiful. Diversity. But it's not just Donald Trump. It's that he recognizes that in these Midwestern people, the people in these small towns and all that, he just played on their prejudice, their bigotry, and their fear. They're taking over. They're taking over. Really, but get your ass out there, girl, and mop them floors and things since everybody's taking over. Oh my God. Kitten Hill, are you serious? Kitten Hill says, what do you think about Jay Wilson having the cornbread dressing challenge on his channel? Hasn't he ripped y'all off with the banner challenge yet? Oh, that one's not even over, and now he wants to have the cornbread dressing challenge. Let me ask you a question, Kidney Hills. I'm trying to figure this out. How are these people having challenges about food, specifically food challenges, right? How in the hell are you going to win a contest for how good your food is if nobody tastes the food? Only person tastes it is you. So they're just going by what the food looks like. I hate to tell you, I've had some food that looks fabulous and tastes like shit, right? That's a stupid ass challenge. Oh, we're going to judge what you put in it. Huh? If it's a challenge for food, honey, the judges should be able to taste the food. Correct? Now, unless y'all want to back it up and then, okay, this challenge is going to take 2 weeks. We're going to make the food, you turn the food in, and you have to send it in the mail. I used to have an aunt who used to send me cakes in the mail. You can send the food in the mail as long as it's overnight. You got to go through all that in order to at least see what it tastes like before you call that the winner. Yeah, I think that's crazy as hell, but it doesn't surprise me because it's a greedy bitch. Kitten Hills. Any way to get a dime. Then he's driving around spending as fast as it comes in. Don't think we're going to cry for you, Jay Wilson, when you run into another wreck and you ain't got the rent money no more. That was a one-time situation, Jay Wilson. Now you've revealed who you are, right? You want to play with y'all notice he got all new blouses on lately. Every day it's a new blouse. He's out there spending as fast as it's coming in, honey. That's the thing about Cash App. See, the moment he announced it and somebody sent him Cash Apps, That money is there right then. He can, they cash out it. He can get up and go shopping. That's what he's been doing ever since. Every day since then. I don't know how he manages to do that, child, with full-time job, part-time job, 5 videos a day, drive the Uber cab. I don't know when you have time to be flying around town shopping. Me, Jay Wilson, Vivian Stomp Down. Maybe the judges will be Jay Wilson, Queen Vivian Jenkins. So the Queen is back and Stomp Down. What a motley crew. All right, you got to spread that money around. It's the last financial quarter. It's the last financial quarter. Who is Arch? Okay. That's Botox wearing under his eyes, around his mouth. Oh, he's wearing out? Yeah, they said you got to do that every 3 months. I don't know. I asked this lady on here, Siri. One of them said every 4 weeks. The other one said every 3 months. So whatever.
There's nothing scheduled for the rest of today.
Thank you, Siri. How long between Botox injections? Hey, Siri. How long between Botox injections?
Botox injections are spaced approximately 3 to 4 months apart. This is from healthline.com.
3 to 4 months. So he did that 3 months ago. It's time for him to get another shot. So that's where the rest of your money going to. Is that why he got to have a cornbread challenge now? Jay Wilson, you are not a woman. You are not a woman, brother. What the hell are you doing? Shooting all this shit all in your face, girl. And then you got the Botox is for the forehead. He got a whole nother situation for those eyes, those horrible eyes. Now, I don't know what possessed him to start wearing contacts so you can see them ugly ass face, them horrible, long, damn bags in his eyes. It's like the crypt keeper. But that's his whole situation. That's separate. So I don't know how many months you got for that, Jay Wilson. But the time is out and there's no happiness. You did that 3 months ago. It's time for another shot. That face just looks hard. It's a hard looking face, honey. When he takes those glasses off, especially when you catch him in the sun. He has the same type of skin as William McCRAY. Just spots and blots all over, and he puts all this stuff on there. He brought out something like 12 bottles of creams and shit he put on his face, girl. I said, girl, it's not working. You must be using the cheap shit. Because that ain't doing nothing to your face, honey. So the way plastic surgery works, you start off with the one he got the first time, and then they chase that same feeling, right? So then he got to keep doing that. And they said, well, if we raise the eyebrows, the plastic surgeon is essentially a salesman. He'll say, oh, we can raise the eyebrows, and that will lower the the cranium. And just start doing shit and doing shit and doing shit. Next thing you know, Jay Wilson have him a great big old Brazilian butt lift, child. He might get them titties shaved down. I mean, it's unending, right? And it doesn't work because it's still not going to fuck with that 55 to 60 years old, honey. Right? Act your age. Enjoy it. Accept it. The problem is you wasted your life talking about I got to college. I went to college. That was 30 years ago. I went to college. So you haven't lived any time, Jay Wilson. And so now you're trying to recapture a youth that you never had, actually. Right? Are you going down to the club at night? Or who gonna see your Botox injection? Hi, heartstrings. Heartstrings and Tennessee is here. After the day I had this comedy is just what I needed. Oh, a little lighthearted comedy. I went and got me a bald head today. It's raining, so I've been putting it off. I got to go and do my grocery shopping. What else I had to do? Oh, I'm trying to go to the gym. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. Jay Wilson to the cashier. Just put my groceries under my eyes. Just put my groceries under my eyes. Cashier, paper or plastic, or do what? Or do what? He should put some glasses back on, honey. As a matter of fact, Jay Wilson, a lot of the old people, they're getting bigger glasses, right? Get you some big ones. Remember, you bought a packet. You bought one time, you went and bought you about 5 different pairs, Jay Wilson. It's time to put the glasses on. Hide as much of that face as you can, girl. Especially this area right here, where it's got all them wrinkles, them ugly little those cheeks like this. A cheek is supposed to be something round, Jay Wilson. You would be terrible drag queen, honey, with that face. I don't know how you can make that look any better, honey. You tell him, sweetheart. The shutdown over, but still save your money. The shutdown is over. Well, the people in California got a extra benefit because when they stopped that snap, when they stopped the snap, days later, they still got the SNAP payment. Plus, the state of California, our governor had released $200 per person. So they didn't stop the SNAP and then give you $200. They gave you the SNAP and the $200. So people got some extra holiday shopping money. That's nice. Gavin Newsom is going to be, he's going to at least run for the president, next president. I don't see anybody else putting the kind of time in like he is. Shutdown over. Save your money. Well, I already actually did my Thanksgiving part. We have like a potluck dinner here once a year. And usually I'll make like the meat. Meat is easy. They just tell you how long to cook it, right? Where to squirt the goddamn pineapple juice. But this year I ordered what was that thing at Safeway? Some kind of dinner. They didn't have any ham. They didn't have any hams in the freezer and any hams in these dinners. But I got not the pot roast, it's called. I forget what you call it. Some kind of beef. And it has like 5 sides with it. It's about $100. And I'll put that part, but since they're going to bring sides and stuff anyway, and my other friend is going to bring 2 different meats, I'm done. I think that's the best way to do it. Just cater it all, right? You can go to good soul food restaurants. They'll make you a brisket. It ain't like it was in the old days, baby, when grandma had to make everything from scratch. That was a whole lot of work. What kind of meat was that? Prime rib. So I'll bring the prime rib dinner. Supposed to feed. Usually it's 6 people. Only 6 people can fit around my table. Sometimes if there's more, they're just sitting on the couch or something. But mostly it's 6 people. Tim, did you get a standing? No, it wasn't rib roast. It's prime rib. And you pick it up the day before Thanksgiving. Then someone else got ham. He got one of those special hams you go and get from their factory. I forget what you call it. And the same person is getting turkey. But those people, they're cooks, so they cook everything. We're all going Uncle Tim for Thanksgiving dinner. My one dinner. I haven't had more than 3 people in this apartment since last Thanksgiving. So that's my big thing. We had to stop it for 3 years for COVID, or 2 or 3 years. Seduced by dessert. I'll have maybe a little slice. What are y'all doing? Y'all make dinners? I know usually we used to do it all with the big family, all the cousins and uncles and nieces, all that when you were a child. But as we got older and the people started having their own families, I'm pretty sure that they all have their own separate things now. So we don't have that. That's why I don't go back very much. Each one of them had 2 or 3 kids, you know, and maybe the kids got kids by now. We's old people. The fresh cut. I'm starting to get that damn male part pattern baldness too back here. Not that anybody's looking, but it seems to happen with most folk. My son and his girlfriend just got their own. Oh, they got their own place together. So I will be going over there for Thanksgiving. Oh, I don't know why I keep thinking you're young, Justin. Hold on a minute. Ooh, y'all want some money? Y'all want some money? Y'all want some money? Everybody on the make. I went to get my haircut. I went to the Bank of America. Machine next door to the place. I asked for, well, my haircut is $22. So I said, well, take out $30. Oh no, must take out $100. He's a bitch. Everybody on the making. Why you got to raise, sonny? More money you got in your pocket, the more you spend. But everybody's on the make. Keep cooking, heartstrings. Hi, Tiffany Jones. How you doing? What else is going on, people? Let me check the perimeter. I know it's all that Trump shit. I'm so sick of hearing about this goddamn Epstein thing. I wish they're too afraid to call it out because Donald Trump sues everybody, right? So they can't just say, we're curious to know, did you have sex with any of those girls? They won't say it. It's always what Epstein did, Oh, do you knew him? You knew him. All of those. Just call it out. We're all thinking the same thing. We know you're a horn dog, Donald Trump. Now anything you're down there giving men head. It wouldn't surprise me. That's the way the ones that are in prison. These horn dogs are always chasing women on the street. When they get to prison, they chase the boys. They're just horny people. They're sexual people. So I don't know what that dude has, Putin has on Trump. I don't know why he's sitting over and let somebody take a picture of him giving head. I'd much rather know about these witnesses, though, honey, and can any of them identify him? It seems to me that somebody, I mean, they did work for him at Mar-a-Lago, right? Somebody should be able to identify. Yes, I can make it very clear. I had sex with Donald Trump. And we keep it simple. Just tell us the truth. And then we can investigate that. So all this hinting around. Because whatever he signs in, that shit, we not going to he ain't no way in hell he going to sit his own ass to prison. Even though they say, oh, whatever he did as a president, I don't think that's a presidential act, honey. It's going to be redacted so bad. He got a whole army of people redacting shit for the last 6 months. Over and over and over, any mention of him. And who else? Some of them, who was that? Is that they did tell you one's a famous what was it? One's a rock star, one's some of them are politicians, some billionaire, and they told us what industry they worked in, everything except for saying the people's names. And you know, a lot of the girls have been paid off too. We're hearing the ones that are brave enough to come forward, but a lot of them people were paid off as well. I slipped. Oh, that's Ricola. I see my throat is, my voice is going. Ricola, you don't miss much, Sapphire. What was I doing? I was checking the perimeter. Let me see what was going on. The latest. Nothing else here is certainly entertainment. Okay, I've had it. Got another story. They've been on about 6 times today. Laura Loomer goes nuclear on MAGA. Okay, that should be interesting. That's an ugly woman. She's another one hooked on plastic surgery. The public isn't buying it. Nicole Wallace. Pam Bondi. They're not buying the transparency. Okay. Even though they went through all that and all these signatures and all these votes and all this stuff, you still ain't gonna get nothing that means anything. Donald Trump ain't supposed to be in politics. He ain't never did no public service. You care less about public. And they made him the president. He's good with money, really. Bryant was wrong. Honest Road got punked. And Big Man and Duchess Memories. Oh, Brian's back. Brian, you watched your channel? I went over there and wasn't nothing there but your shorts. Okay, it's just more and more Donald Trump stuff. He's made a lot of these YouTubers, these ones who cover politics, he's made a lot of them successful. These people are getting millions of views. Megyn Kelly is also catching backlash for her seeming to defend Epstein. Oh, she's saying, oh, Epstein, he wasn't a child molester. What the fuck is he then, child? The law is 18 in most places, right? Oh, he likes 15-year-olds. Okay, so everybody's got to be exactly 15 years old. Is that right, Megyn Kelly? That don't make no damn sense. He likes that age, preteen age. If you like 15-year-olds, you can also like 14-year-olds and 13-year-olds, child, right? It ain't checking IDs at the door. He wants young, preteen girls. That's a child molester. That's how you be charged. Now, God only knows what kind of maneuver they're going to try to get where he can't be charged with the crime. But see, they still won't say it. They're still not directly accusing him because they're all scared of him. So she was defending Epstein. See, defending Epstein, now Epstein is dead. Defending Epstein is defending Donald Trump. Because if Epstein likes 15-year-olds, then Donald Trump likes 15-year-olds. Still illegal. And some people will say, well, they're making too big a deal. It's been years ago. He's dead and all this. No, this man was a prolific child molester. He molested over 1,000 people. You can't just let that go. 1,000 people. That means this was a whole lifestyle. And Trump was right there with him. I just don't understand. Trump says, no, not for me, not for me. I have to go home to my wife. He's proven to be a horn dog. Hell, he just he fucking porn stars, child. Anybody, I just love pretty women. I just start kissing them. I can't help myself. I just start kissing them in the face. Oh, grab him by the pussy. And you want that to be your president. Because you were convinced that by Barack Obama being the president, the world was changing and you had to save the white people. Hasn't Trump filed for bankruptcy 7 times? Everything he touched turns to shit. That's why he's always got all these little things he's selling, honey. He can get in and get the money. All money grabs, child. You know him down. He ain't gonna be in the watch business. He ain't gonna be in the perfume business. He ain't gonna be none of this shit. It's just a money grab. Going there with some harebrained store. You think he's gonna be in the Bible business now? Hell no. go in there and grab as much money as he can from him and move on to the next thing. You would think that being president would be enough. Not for Donald Trump. At 13, he asked her for her because she looked like his daughter. Yeah, he's nasty, Sapphire. Yes, he was always sex playing his daughter. I mean, wouldn't that make you uncomfortable? He was with Howard Stern talking about how fine his daughter was and how. Come on, you ding dong, get that bum roll here. Come on, move it, soldier. Put the bum down. Put on the bum. Thank you. I'm almost done. All right, people. Thank y'all for coming in. We'll keep up with this Donald Trump stuff, but I'm really not there. They have to do something now. Put some handcuffs on somebody, honey. That's what we need, child. Or him to fall down the steps to do something. But this day by day, blow by blow, goddamn, there are at least 16 videos playing right now about this damn Epstein Donald Trump. So let's just get it over with. Later, people.